However, we only took a very minor wound, so all things considered, I think it went pretty well. Now let's see. There are a few different ways that medics can go. I don't usually bother with revive. If someone's been critically wounded, a lot of perks that guarantee a soldier will be critically wounded only work the first time that they're critically wounded on a mission. So if you use revive to get them back up instead of stabilizing them and they get shot again, then they go down. Whereas if you just stabilize them, unless they get hit with an area of effect attack or something, they're usually fine. So I don't usually bother with revive. I either go smoke and mirrors or rapid reaction, depending on how I want to build the medic. Smoke and mirrors, they kind of follow a very similar path that engineers who go with support grenades do. They'll get smoke grenade at their next level, and then either dense smoke or usually combat drugs at tech sergeant. And then gunnery sergeant and master sergeant, it can vary which ones I pick, but they use a lot of support grenades in addition to med kits, and they can have a lot of utility. The other way that I occasionally build medics is for Overwatch. So they'll take rapid reaction here, then ready for anything at sergeant, and then opportunist at tech sergeant. And again, the last two levels can vary. So it largely depends on how good their will is and how good their aim is. For support grenades, you really want high will for the same reasons you want high will for a support engineer, because certain support grenades require that the soldier is psionic in order to use them. And for Overwatch medics, I like them to have high aim. Now, this particular medic, Smokes, she actually has both high aim and high will. She could be either one. And I'm actually having a hard time choosing which one that I want. I was hoping that I would come to some sort of revelation while I was explaining all of this, and I haven't. I admit I'm kind of tempted to just say Smoke and Mirrors because she happened to roll the nickname Smokes. Just let that be the tiebreaker. Let me look at my other medics real quick. We'll promote her on the barracks screen. I want to see how many medics I have look like they're going to be Overwatch medics and how many look like they're going to be support grenade medics. Inessa, it's kind of hard to tell at this stage. I'm leaning towards Overwatch medic because her will isn't that high, but her aim's also not super great. I kind of can't really tell on her. For Nahid, we're definitely looking at support grenade medic, I think. For Dieter, we're probably looking at Overwatch. And for Kirsten, really could go either way, but Elizabeth's probably going to be a support grenade one. Her aim's not very good. Tatiana's probably going to be an Overwatch one. And Anna could go either way. We've got a lot of could go either ways here. That's really not helping. Although I do think that Smokes there has the highest aim of all the medics I've got. So we're going to go with Overwatch medic. And her aim went super high there. So honestly, she could have done... If I could build her to do both, I would have her do both. But that's sadly impossible. Her stats are really good. Alright, there's the alien containment, and pretty soon we'll have the arc thrower.
Alien containment facility online.
Yeah, getting that up in the second month, even late into the second month, is doing pretty good, at least as far as I've ever been able to do. Okay, got an arc thrower. It might be worth building another one, but I think I'm going to wait until the end of the month for that when we have a bit more funding to play with. I like to keep a little bit for emergencies if I can. Like if I needed to quickly buy another plane or hire more people because something blew up.
Contact detected.
Oh yeah, there's no way that we'll be able to shoot that down. If it lands, we can try. We'll see what it does. Okay, no, it's just spawning abductions. Sometimes large UFOs like that will land, and this early on, it's a gamble to try to do those missions, to send a team into a landed large UFO. Now, I have done it. I have even done it in the first month before, but it is incredibly difficult. You will almost certainly lose people, assuming you manage to win the mission at all. However, you get a lot of stuff. Like, it is a gold mine for resources this early in the game, especially. But especially considering that I'm doing my absolute best to actually do this legitimately, to really stick to the Iron Man thing for once. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to go for a landed large UFO right now. Like, maybe once my soldiers have slightly better armor and stuff, and, you know, they're more likely to survive a stray hit, maybe then. At some point, we're gonna have to. But not right now. Right now, it's just abductions.
Commander, we have multiple reports of new abductions in progress. The locations are marked on the hologlobe.
Alright, we've got a roadway, which means usually pretty good for snipers. So I'm probably gonna take Bridget and then, like, a baby sniper, as it were, one of the specialists, to get them some experience. Maybe Zara. Well, let's see. Who has the least experience? I think Rolando actually has the least experience of any sniper, so we'll bring him. Could definitely use a scout, but we don't need the best scout. We'll bring Maria. Let's see, who do we want for our medic? Let's say Anessa. And Manuel. And who else? Who else is in the, like, near the bottom of the bin? Yeah, we could use a gunner. Hey, Elias, you get to come on a mission. Yep, you're equipped, you're equipped. You aren't. Yeah, you could use the extra plating, so we'll keep you with that. And you can go with lighter armor if I give you plating, and I'm going to give you the motion tracker. There you go.
Dropship has arrived.
And this is where I remember that I forgot to grab the arc thrower. 1 minute, recall. Yeah, it's ready. I need to just get used to that. Okay, let's try this again. Take 2. Bridget. And who else? Inessa. Elias. And we need a scout. We need a scout. Maria. Orlando. And who is the 6th? Is it Isabel or Manuel, maybe? I want to say it was Manuel. Okay, I think this is who we had. Who do I want to give the arc thrower to? Well, we don't have an engineer that would be high enough level to take it, even if we were taking an engineer on this run, so we are going to give it to Maria here, because she's probably the most mobile person on the team. Okay, let's do this again.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
For realsies this time.
The next deployment site is in the UK. The aliens are continuing to target civilians for abduction in several major cities across the globe. We have to get down there and deploy as soon as possible.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down now. Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5 by 5. Strike One has the green light for deployment.
Okay, so Broadway maps, you know, they tend to be pretty narrow, so we're at one end of it, so we're going that way.
Idu. Boy.
With what we've seen so far, it was
Oh,
natural to assume
hi.
that would have something specialized towards frontline combat. This hulking creature appears to be that unit.
I don't envy anyone who has to go up against that thing.
Okay, so they have light plasma rifles at this point. They don't have the heavy ones yet, which on one hand means they do less damage, but on the other makes them more accurate. So, bit of a mixed blessing there. Okay, you're gonna suppress that one. Try to get you guys into positions where you're in cover, but can hopefully shoot next turn. Okay, you can't see it from there. That's unfortunate. How about from here?
Siva.
Начинаю наблюдение.
He managed to break his own suppression. Ouch.
Damn, that was close.
Okay. Ah, that's only low cover, and that's really close to them. And we've got thin men running around somewhere. I heard them. Okay. Neither of them overwatched, though. So you're gonna run here, get your butt into full cover, so that the medic can heal you to fix up that wound. And then you are going to probably suppress that one again, but let's see if we can hit either of them.
No me lo puedo creer.
Really need to try to get the infantry person a bit closer so that they can shoot. I'm gonna put you here. Okay, got a lucky shot on that one. The one that's in full cover. Okay. Gonna have you steady your weapon because I'm gonna have you try for a precision shot on the one that's at full health next turn. For now, just keep it suppressed. Okay, didn't manage to hit you this time. That's good. And that one's just gonna overwatch. We can work with that, I think. Okay, step 1. Scout, go ahead. I don't think we're gonna need to move this turn, so just go ahead and shoot. Get hollow targeting on that thing. And also panic because it roared at you. Okay, didn't have any chain panic though. Let's see if we can get the precision shot. Well, it hit, but it wasn't a critical. So just a normal hit, which is unfortunate, but at least we hit it. Got a lucky shot there, though. That kind of makes up for it. Okay, gonna keep suppressing the one that has more health. And I admit, if the scout wasn't panicking, if we get a chance to, I would really love to capture a muton. That would be great. Okay, we're gonna move this sniper just a little bit closer to see if we can get a sight on both of them. We can. Oh, and we've got floaters somewhere too. This, wow, for an abduction, this is a lot. Okay, we're not going to have any hollow targeting this turn, but let's see if we can try to pick one of these off. No luck with that shot. Not gonna have any suppression this round either. Okay, I managed to get the one that has a fair bit of its health left. Is that okay? That was a critical. Okay, precision shot wasn't, but just a normal shot that was. I'll take it. We're gonna just see if we can get a shot on it. As much as I'd love to capture it, and I certainly will if it's, you know, still alive. I'm a bit worried about the floaters and the thin men that are also up there somewhere.
È tutto qui.
Okay, Scout. I'm gonna put you in this corner. And you're gonna reload your gun. I think. I'm gonna make sure that I have suppression this turn. I have suppression this turn? Okay, cool. It's suppressed, so it's gonna stay right there. You're gonna reload your gun, because you may as well. I'm gonna actually... I'm thinking about having the medic scoot up just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. The idea is that the scout is gonna try to capture this thing, but if that blows up in my face and we don't capture it, the medic can come around and shoot it.
Готовность номер 1.
Posizione confermata. Pronto all'ingaggio.
I'm on it, Commander. Let's do this.
Packen wir es an!
Okay. Come on, Scout. Where are you? There you are. Alright, yeah, this is close enough. It's within the blue ring, so it's close enough to capture. So she can do this from a fairly... Well, I was going to say a fairly safe position. I guess it's still not too bad. Still gonna try. 80%. Nope. It was worth a try. Okay, gonna have the medic move here. Oh, you could actually get a flanking shot on either one. Okay, let me think about that for a moment. The mutant's the more dangerous of the two.
Этот готов.
Je suis parti. La cible arrière. Recarence.
Trying to get the sniper into a position you can actually see things. Okay, managed to wound one of the Seekers. Actually, okay, I'm surprised that was enough damage to kill it, but I'm not going to argue. And there are the floaters. And the Thin Man's going to spit acid on my medic. I mean, luckily the medic can still move just fine, which you might have to now that floaters are coming in.
Feind in Sicht.
Let's see, how many do we have? Just 2? Okay, 2's not too bad. Let's see if we can get a shot on the floater there. Nope. How about my other sniper? Yeah, might as well go for a precision shot. Also, no.
Damn it.
Okay, we're gonna pull the medic back because she's covered in acid, so she won't be able to really shoot anything well. And I'd rather not leave her in low cover with that many things getting ready to shoot her. As much as I'd love to leave the infantry somewhere where he's more likely to be able to shoot things, I also don't want him in low cover. Okay, managed to hit the floater, finally. I should have had the scout shoot it first. That would have helped. But we managed to kill it.
Je peux plus bouger.
Решили налететь с фланга.
And there's the Seeker that decided to cloak. Okay, step 1, try to kill this Seeker.
Justiere Zielvorrichtung.
Okay, that's a start.
Hier geht die Munition aus. Markieren meine
Смотреть за
Position.
флангами.
Hier
Come
kommen
on,
die
Flancos. Se mueve.
Okay, you should be able to move without triggering any kind of overwatch. Gonna put you here. Okay, managed to hit it, but it's still not dead. We are running out of people that can even try to shoot this thing effectively. Well, if you do trigger Overwatch, you are the scout, so... There we go. Okay, you can't really move this round, so you're just gonna reload your gun. You might have to move next turn to get into a position where you can see things. That's a really bad shot, so you're just gonna steady your weapon. And you're gonna reload your gun. Okay, floater is overwatching. Thin man is running up. And spitting acid on my gunner. I'm gonna have the scout run up a little bit. Break the overwatch, probably. Or not. Didn't really need to, but... Gonna get hollow targeting on that thing to try to give us a bit of a chance to hit it. Okay, managed to wound the thin man. Infantry needs to reload, though. And... Black Widow finished it off. Okay, so we still have that floater over there, and it is still overwatching, so we need to be careful not to move too close. And you aren't carrying a med kit, so you have to hunker down, because you are covered with acid. Okay, floater's moving in, and overwatching. Okay, we're just gonna have the scout break the overwatch. She can shoot it with a pistol, if nothing else.
No disparan!
Believe this still applies hollow targeting. It does. There we go.
All mission objectives completed.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Laboratory online.
Yeah, I don't tend to use the marksman scope all that much. Mostly because I don't really use marksmans and strike rifles all that much. I prefer to either have an assault rifle or a sniper rifle. Marksmans and strike rifles always just seemed like a weird middle ground that doesn't do either one very well to me. The scope can be useful, though. It's essentially a better laser sight, and I tend to give it to infantry and snipers quite a lot, so we're going to make a few of those. Okay, no experimental warfare leads to some good stuff eventually, but I think it requires a few more research projects after that. Beam lasers would immediately lead to some good stuff. Well, I'm also considering maybe we should do the Thin Man autopsy because we actually can capture things now. I think we're going to go with beam lasers.
We've assembled everything we need to capture and house an alien for interrogation, Commander. The rest is up to our forces on the ground.
I don't know if you noticed, Vahlen, but I did in fact try to capture one on the last mission. It's not my fault that you gave the thing such a bad battery that most soldiers only get one use out of it.
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help down here.
Yeah, we're still gonna need 5 more.
Research into the meld substance.
No, they haven't.
Consider building either a genetics or cybernetics lab facility to take advantage of these new developments.
Bradford, you've clearly been awake too long. Go take a nap or something. They have not completed that research. But yeah, we still need 5 more engineers before we can build another satellite uplink. And we're going to need more scientists before we can build another lab. Could build the officer training school. We'll need money to actually, like, unlock the projects for it, but that could be good. Because we're starting to get enough soldiers that we can maybe start actually assigning officer commissions and get some lieutenants. Or possibly get a squad size upgrade. Though come to think of it, let's see. Power. And that. So yeah, this wouldn't be a block because that needs to go there. Although we might also be able to build generators like that. We may not need complete adjacency bonuses, and then maybe we could do a lab here, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to stick with what I came up with earlier. So that means officer training school goes here. Let's see, you can have it done in 5 days. Let's wait a couple days and get the council report, because then we're not paying maintenance on that facility. I don't know if maintenance starts when it's finished or when you start building it. I'm not certain. So let's just wait a couple days, get a little bit of extra money without having to pay maintenance on it, and then we'll start building the officer training school. And are there any requests that we can actually fulfill? Artifact sales. Yeah, we can do that. Get another scientist.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
So once we get the scientists at the end of the month, we'll actually have enough that we could start building another laboratory. We might do that. Okay, that's the first of the new soldiers. We're going to get a few more in a minute, but... Oh, she's pretty good. She actually has some decent stats for an engineer or an assault, either of which I need. Probably an engineer. Maybe a scout. We need them too. She's going to be one of those, so that's good.
Incoming transmission.
We are extremely impressed with the progress of the XCOM project thus far, Commander. Your recent results were beyond our expectations, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly. Remember, we will be watching.
So, we definitely want to build another lab, I think. I mean, the foundry is also tempting because pretty soon we're going to start unlocking projects for it. But we're not quite there yet, and it requires a lot of power. So if we build that, we'd be limiting what else we could potentially build. Gonna build another lab there. And we are going to build the officer training school here. Pretty soon we're gonna have to start digging for another steam vent. And if we get to this row, then we're starting to get to where I want to put the workshops, and I believe the foundry counts as a workshop for adjacency. It does, so yeah, we need to be building it like down here anyway. So might want to start working on the access lift just to start getting towards that other steam vent and to possibly build a foundry. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I think that's all we can do here for right now. We need to get any items. It would be nice to get another arc thrower, but it's not critical right this second. I don't usually take 2 on missions. I usually only take 1, but you know, these can get damaged. If the soldier carrying them gets wounded, the equipment can be damaged. So we don't even have a repair bay up yet. That's another reason we need to start getting towards the 3rd row so I can get a foundry and a repair bay. But yeah, we don't even have the means to repair it right now. It might be good to have a second one just in case the first one would get broken. Because it turns out when you're running into an alien's face to try to catch it, sometimes you get shot. Scopes would also be good, just to have a couple of them for infantry and snipers. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple of these for now. I would like to get more than 2, but for now we're getting 2. And yeah, we're gonna get another arc thrower going. Then hold on to the rest of that money for emergencies. Or maybe officer training school projects, depending on how things go. Okay, let's take a look at the new soldiers. So we already had Charlotte. Or Carlotta, my apologies. Let's see, Karen. Pretty good willpower, pretty good aim, but mobility and health are not great. We've had entirely too many soldiers with that particular stat spread. So, I don't know what she's gonna be, but she's not gonna be one of the 3 classes we need more of. Baraka? That's my best guess. Pretty solid all around. Doesn't have quite as much health as I would like, but could definitely work as a scout or an engineer. I think a little bit too much aim for assault. Hank has really good mobility and decent aim, and that's about it. I'm not quite sure what he's going to be. Flavio, pretty solid stats all around except for the aim, so assault or engineer there, I think. Yoquin? I'm sorry, I'm not sure there. But pretty solid stats. The will's kind of iffy, but everything else is pretty good, so probably scout. Probably scout for that one.